was a good baby.
He was the best baby.
He was fun.
Slept all night.
When Dave was born, he was actually a miracle for us. The doctors had told us that we could never have children. I felt like God blessed me and was affirming for me that I could be a mother. So to know I was pregnant and give birth to him was just extremely joyful.
Right after his first surgery, he had to have glasses.
That was hard for him too, the
Yeah.
He loved to be around other kids. He wanted to make friends, but because of his personality and the fact that he was very intelligent, he tended to intimidate his peers.
David, I can't even see your face. There's Dave. Look at his plate.
The people that he wanted to get along with didn't always think he was that cool to hang out with, so he chose other people that I might not have thought he should be hanging out with. When David got into high school is when actually I think the trouble really started.
We started to get the phone calls that he was in jail. We started to realize that he was isolating a lot more. He rarely came out of his room, and when he did, it was to go right out the door with friends that we didn't know. And I finally decided enough with privacy. I'm going to dig deep and I'm going to look for whatever I can find. At that point in time, for whatever reason, I decided to check places that would be really someplace nobody would look. So I popped open his CD player, and there were pills under the cover to the CD player.
It was causing a lot of friction between him and us, and it certainly caused some friction between my wife and I. I mean, it's a hard time. He would promise, but I think he had no intentions of fulfilling the promises. He was off on his own. He was going to have his world.
We had to say, look, you can live here if you are going to stay clean and stop going out with the people that you're going out with. If you choose not to do that, you have to leave. In the beginning, we knew that he would probably couch surf, which he did. But that eventually led to no friends and wearing on everyone and just him ending up on the street.
It was like 10 degrees outside. The wind was howling. It was snowing. And he was out there. And I have a bedroom. And I can't let him come home. That's pretty hard.
We would receive phone calls from the hospitals saying that Dave had been admitted for overdose. I can't tell you how many times that happened over and over again. It was really difficult, but I found myself planning his funeral, how I would do it, what I would say, would he be at peace? I just saw him in so much pain that I was sure he'd be better off if he was dead.
Michelle wouldn't give up. She got him in a program, and we were paying for shots that would keep him from getting high. So he actually was doing pretty good for a while. He did really good. He was working, he was living here, but he was being very, very responsible and respectful, and we thought clean. And then he had an overdose. in his car. And she came home because the neighbor lady called.
I went to his car and I saw that he was slumped over and he was purple. There were sirens. All I could hear were so many sirens. I remember them picking him up off the street. He's still not breathing and he still doesn't have a pulse, and they put him in the ambulance.
Really, he was dead.
You like that hat? Oh, yeah. Isn't that cool? Happy birthday to David and Mommy.
Happy birthday to David. Happy birthday.
I was a goner. Addiction is so self-involved that you genuinely believe that you're the only one you're hurting, or rationalize that. The overdoses and this one in particular, I saw just how much damage I was doing, just how much massacre I was making around me, and it was a wake up. It was a big wake up. If you look at the world we're in today, if you look at the news, if you drive down the street, you can see that this addiction thing isn't going anywhere, and the crisis and the pain that it causes is growing. And the need is bigger now than it's ever been for a place for people to go and heal and grow and change when they want to and when they can't. The rescue mission offers that.
I saw a spiritual awakening take place in Dave, where it became more than just church attendance, but there was a real heart, a real desire for the Word, for Jesus, and we would talk about these things because I'd been a pastor before I came here, and so our conversations always went to the Word.
He's become one of the most trusted men in my world. Maury was somebody that came at a time when I needed to encourage me to grow a spirituality that I didn't have. And it's the donors who support that, who pay the salary for those tens of mentors I mentioned. And every little bit, every single one of you are making a change in somebody like me's life.
We have our son back. He's doing great. And we're happy.